Hey guys, how are you? It's Chris here from Studio Ninja. I hope you're well. In this video, I'm going to show you the wedding job flow, specifically what steps to take to book a wedding in Studio Ninja. Now, I know a lot of you guys work differently, you've got different workflows and different processes, but that's cool. In this video, I'm just going to show you one of the most common ways to book a wedding in. We'll be talking about bringing leads into Studio Ninja manually by putting it in yourself or automatically using the Studio Ninja contact form. Then we'll talk about the lead stage of your wedding workflow and what steps to put in there. Then we're going to send a pick and choose quote so your client can pick and choose the packages they want. Then what we're going to do is put ourselves into the client's shoes and go to the client portal and go through each step so you can see what they see. And finally, we'll receive the deposit and we're all good. Awesome guys, let me show you how it works. Let's go. Okay, let's start by talking about the two different ways to add a lead into Studio Ninja. You can either add them in manually from the leads page here, or on the dashboard from here. Leads can also land into your account automatically via a Studio Ninja contact form, which is embedded on your website and can look like this. We'll talk about the manual method first. Hypothetically, let's say you've been chatting to a bride or groom on Instagram. They love your work and they're ready to take the next steps. As long as you have their first name and email address, as these are the only two mandatory fields needed to create a new lead, if you have those two, then you're ready to jump in and get started. The quickest way to add a new lead manually is straight from the dashboard inside the lead box. Here you can see your 10 most recently added leads, including any new leads in the system, like this one. I'll go into more detail about what these symbols and different labels mean in another video. So, to add a new lead, click the plus button here. The first thing you need to do is add the primary contact person for this lead. This is the person who's going to be receiving your emails. So let's start by clicking the Add New Client button here. We'll add the first name. In this example, I'll use myself. So let's add Chris here. And my email address is chris@studioninja.co. We'll add it here. Once you're done, click Save Client Profile and we're good to go. Now back on the Add New Lead lightbox. Let's fill in the rest of the details. We'll call this lead Natasha and Chris's wedding. The job type is wedding. The workflow for this example can be the sample wedding workflow. The lead source, as we know, is Instagram. Okay, so far so good. Now let's add a date for this wedding. We're going to click all day here, as it is an all day event and I want to block my whole day out in my calendar. And I also want to get a double booking warning if other inquiries come in for the same day. And finally, you can add some lead notes here. For example, Natasha and Chris are amazing and their wedding will be in the mountains. Done. Click Save Lead and welcome to your lead profile page. That is how easy it is to add a new lead in Studio Ninja manually. Next, let's talk about automatically adding a new lead into Studio Ninja via a contact form. So, if we head over to the contact form example I showed you earlier, let's fill it in and see what happens. For this demo, I will use all my own details, but just imagine this is a bride or groom filling it out. Here we go. First name is Chris. My last name is Garbax. My email address is chris@studioninja.co. My phone number can remain anonymous for now, so let's just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My wedding date is May the 15th next year, for example. And we'll add a little message for the photographer. Oh my God, I love your work. Please be my photographer. It would definitely be nice to receive those emails all the time. The lead source can be Google. And we're all done. Submit. So what happens now? You'll receive a new wedding inquiry as an email straight into your inbox, and a new lead will appear automatically in your account here. Great, we've just learned the two different ways of adding leads into Studio Ninja. Now let's go into one of these leads and book them in. Okay, before we send Natasha and Chris a quote to book them in, I'm going to briefly talk to you about workflows. The workflow displays a list of tasks that you need to complete, basically ticking them off one by one from top to bottom to book and finish this job. Now up here, you can see that we're in the lead stage of this workflow because it's just started. And as we progress down, we'll get to the job accepted stage, and that will automatically convert this lead into a booked job. That is what I'm going to show you how to do today. I'll discuss setting up workflows in another video, but for now, my advice is to keep it simple. Only add the important milestone tasks in there, as well as any automated emails that need to be sent to the couple. All right, let's get these guys booked in. Let's assume I've spoken to Natasha and Chris. We got along really well, they loved my work, and I ended the conversation by saying that I would send them a formal quote. So let's do that now. Here on the right-hand side, scroll down to the quote section and click on Add New Quote. From here, we're going to choose the Pick and Choose Quote option, as I would love for Natasha and Chris to pick the package they want out of different options, plus possibly add any additional extras on, which would be a nice little upsell for me. Click. Great, let's create this quote. Firstly, I'm going to add 3 different packages, so Natasha and Chris have a few different options to choose from. So let's add the wedding bronze package. Then we'll click Add Package to add another option. This time, we'll choose the silver package, and we'll repeat this step one more time. Add Package, choose the gold package, and we're done. Now we have 3 different packages for these guys to choose from. I'm actually going to click the recommended tick box over here on the silver package, as I'd like to highlight that as one of the preferred package choices. Next, let's add 3 products. These will appear as optional extras of things that the couple might want, as they are not included in the packages. For example, we'll choose drone photography, add product, maybe a same-day slideshow, and one more time, let's add a second photographer. All right, awesome. Now we have 3 packages and 3 additional products that the couple can choose from. We'll skip over the discount section and the notes for now, but feel free to add a discount if you like, or any additional notes for your clients to see. We're going to move along to the payment schedule section now. Here you can choose when your payments are due. For this example, I would like my couple to pay a 30% deposit now, once they've accepted the quote, and then the remaining balance a couple of weeks before the wedding, which may be next year or the year after. So let's choose that option. Another tip, make sure your automatic payment reminders are set up in settings so that once your quote is accepted, Studio Ninja will automatically send your couples payment reminders whenever payments are due. Finally, I would like to include my wedding contract and my wedding questionnaire. We're going to bundle it all together and send it off all in one go. All right, click Save Quote. From here, from this screen, you can review your quote. Make sure it all looks good. Looks good to me. And let's send this thing off. At the very top, click Send Quote. This email automatically brings up the default quote email template. So feel free to edit the master copy in settings if you like. Otherwise, you can make changes to it right here. Once you're happy with everything, click Send. Amazing. We've just added a new lead and sent off our first quote. Now let's put ourselves in the client's shoes so you can see what they're going to experience. They are going to receive the email that you just sent and click on the link to their own client portal. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, welcome to the client portal. Just so you know, this is a test account. So your client portal will actually have your logo and your banner here, not ours. So here is the main menu. You can see that there are 3 tabs that require attention. But the beauty of the quote is that as soon as a quote is accepted, the client portal wizard will kick in and take your clients through every step of the process. Here, let me show you how it works. Let's scroll down a little bit and choose the package first. You can see that the silver package is already pre-selected, as that is the package that we recommended when we were creating the quote. but I'm feeling very generous today. I'm feeling good. I think I'm actually going to go with the gold package instead of the silver. So let's untick the silver and choose the gold. Yes. Now let's go down and add a couple of extras. It turns out that I've always wanted a drone, so let's choose that. And the same day slideshow looks fantastic, so I'll take one of those too. Here you can see that the quote summary has automatically updated, as has the payment schedule, showing me when my payments are due. I'm happy with everything. I'm going to click accept. Now you can see that the client portal wizard has kicked in and it's going to walk me through every step of the process. Click here to sign the contract. The package and products that I chose on my quote automatically get added onto the contract so that there is no need for me to do that manually. I've read through the terms and conditions, I'm happy with everything, and I'm going to sign the contract. Gone are the days of posting contracts to your clients or even having to email PDF files. This way is just so much easier. Amazing. Click here to answer the questionnaire. Here you'll find a bunch of questions that you, the photographer, would like your clients to answer during the booking process. So feel free to make these questionnaires as simple or as detailed as you like. For now, we're just going to skip over it and click Submit Answers to move on to the next section. Click here to pay your invoice. Now, another thing that has automatically happened. As soon as the quote was accepted by your client, the invoice is automatically generated. So there's no need for you to have to go back and create another invoice yourself. It all happens automatically. So here is the invoice. Let's scroll down to the bottom where we can see when the payments are due and how much they're for. And we can also see what payment options are available. Studio Ninja can help you accept payments by credit card, by bank transfer, or by any other method that you have set up in settings. And that is it, guys. That is how easy it is for your clients to choose a package, sign a contract, complete a questionnaire, and pay an invoice all in one go. So now let's head back to Studio Ninja for the final part of this tutorial. Okay, so we'll notice something interesting here now. That lead, Natasha and Chris's wedding, is no longer in the leads box anymore, and you also won't find it in the leads tab either. Because the quote was accepted and the contract was signed, it has now progressed from being a lead into a job. So if we head over to the Jobs tab and search Natasha, we'll find our new Natasha and Chris's wedding job here. You'll also notice that this screen looks different now too. The workflow has automatically progressed from the lead stage into the production stage, and we can move on to the next task from here. And the right side is filled with more information too. You can see that we have an invoice here now, an accepted quote, a signed contract, and a completed questionnaire, all beautifully organized in one job profile page. Finally, let's talk about payment. If we scroll up to the invoice and click View, we can see that there are two payments due for this wedding. If a client pays their invoice by credit card, this payment will automatically get recorded and a receipt will automatically get sent out to the client if you've set that up in your settings. But in this example, let's assume they paid by bank transfer or by cash or any other method. So we're going to easily record the payment manually by clicking on Record Payment here. Done. And that's it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you found it helpful, and as always, if you need any help with anything at all, just send us a message via the in-app chat here, and we'll get back to you in a couple of minutes and help you with whatever you need.